5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we are, coming to 3.
Live from CBS4, your news at 6 starts right now.
Right now, NDOT and DPW trucks are out on the roads ready for the latest round of winter weather.
Franchise to 1 with Chris.
For more snow. It's expected to start falling in about the next hour.
Franchise
Let's get the latest now from Weather Authority Chief Meteorologist Chris Wright.
Yeah, Bob and David, we're trading one element of weather for another. We're getting out of the bitter cold across central Indiana, and now more snow is on the way. We still have a little bit of snow on the ground up in Hamilton County, up in Westfield at Grand Park, and we'll be adding to that total on Live Guardian radar right now. Light snow falling from northwest Indiana back through northern Illinois. Give you a closer look on Live Guardian radar at some of the snow showers coming down right now between Lafayette and Peru. Some light snow up around Delphi and Monticello. It'll quickly spread southeastward, and at points overnight, we'll see snow falling at the rate of about 1 inch or so per hour. In terms of temperatures right now, running about 10 degrees warmer than we were yesterday. We're at 11 here in the city and 15 in Bloomington. We do have a winter weather advisory in effect from 7 o'clock tonight on through 10 o'clock on Friday morning, and we'll see that snow starting to spread across the state between 7 and 10 o'clock tonight. Heavy snowfall between 10 p.m. and 3 a.m. After 3 a.m., the snow will start to taper off. It'll be on the ground for you, and this is what you're going to be driving through to get to work and school tomorrow. 2 to 4 inches of snow here in central Indiana, a little 5-inch band up to our north, lighter amounts down to our south. And our temperatures, they're going to change after the snow ends. We'll talk more about that coming up in the Weather Authority forecast.
See you then, Chris. Thank you. With that snow in the forecast, NDOT has issued a full call out of its plow trucks.
Wetback next.
They're expected to stay out through the Friday morning commute. DPW also putting about 80 trucks out on the city streets. They began salting this afternoon ahead of the snowfall. The Indy Snow Force viewer showing roads they've already treated. Both agencies remind drivers to give salt and plow trucks plenty of room tonight.
And while many people will be relieved to get above freezing in the next few days, the drastic change in temperature is also going to leave roads more prone to potholes. CBS4's Brett Cast has been driving around the city today, checking out the roads. He joins us now live on our drive cam. And Brett, what have you found out?
Yeah, well, Debbie, we spent the day kind of talking to some drivers, and I think at this point, most people have just accepted the fact that when you live in Indiana, you're going to encounter a lot of potholes. And I'm going to turn around here in our drive cam. You can take a look at, this is Lafayette Road up on the northwest side, and roads are looking pretty good right now. In fact, drivers were telling us how they are a lot better than they were last year, and they're really hoping it stays that way.
Take Jay.
This video we recorded along Midhofer Road on the east side says it all.
The
Central Indiana has a pothole problem.
I just hit one the other day. I'm surprised nothing bad happened to my tire.
With temperatures changing by more than 50 degrees in 1 week, drivers are hoping the roads will hold up better than last winter.
Last year was bad. Lost 3 tires.
DPW is hoping the same. This year they'll have a new street maintenance team, and just last week the department announced an investment of $126 million into dozens of road projects for 2019, including resurfacing this stretch of Midhofer Road.
These streets that are in the worst condition are going to be resurfaced, and they will not be strip patched. There's no sense in strip patching a street that's going to be resurfaced later on.
NDOT is also getting ready. Despite the extreme cold, crews filled more than 50 maintenance requests yesterday and will be ready next week to fill more.
As the weather gets warmer and we see opportunities, we will be out on the roads trying to fix that problem.
But before the focus switches to potholes, DPW and NDOT crews are preparing for another round of snow, set to hit central Indiana overnight into the morning.
Up on it.
As you take a look at this road in front of us, obviously it's pretty clear, no snow as of yet, but that will most likely change for your morning commute tomorrow. Again, as we had just said a few minutes ago, DPW will have 80 trucks out plowing these streets. Reporting here on the northwest side, I'm Brett Cast, CBS4 News.
All right, Brett, thank you. A reminder tonight to stay off the ice on the ponds and the streams around Indiana. They're expected to begin climbing out of the deep freeze. First responders say if you see someone or some animal in danger, call 911. Never try to go out on the ice to help them, especially if it's a retention pond. Hamilton County Emergency Management explains the ice thickness can be unpredictable because the water below is constantly flowing and could be mixed with road salt and other chemicals that impact ice quality.
Take two.
Well, as the temperature goes up, so does the number of calls for plumbers. Hoosiers are finding that bitter cold frozen pipes are causing them to crack now, and they are dealing with that thaw. Take a look at this. Water leaking from the wall of this laundry room and starting to flood the entire bottom floor of this Speedway apartment, all because of a busted pipe. Now, Earl Grey & Sons Plumbing has been busy the last 24 hours responding to similar calls. The company says their emergency phone line started ringing off the hook at 6:30 this morning with lots of problems at home with copper pipes.
Once that thaws out, that's when we get the calls that there's a waterfall, coming down through my ceiling or in the wall.
Hiring a plumber to replace your pipes can cost thousands of dollars. Fisher says to prevent your pipes from cracking, the old trick of keeping your faucet dripping will help.
Keep up with the changing weather conditions using the Indy Weather Authority app. You can also find the latest forecast online at CBS4Indy.com.
Well, happening right now, IPS discussing the possibility of raises for all of its non-teaching staff. Once passed, that would mean a pay increase for about 1,700 employees of the district. The raises range from 3 to 22%. The plan gives $500 loyalty bonuses to staff with a decade or more of service. The largest going to food center workers. IPS says it has a hard time retaining employees in that role. The board is expected to also approve that plan.
Danville school officials urging parents to talk about safety with their kids tonight. It comes after a student was approached by a stranger at a bus stop there. That student was waiting in the area of South State Road 39 and Mill Street. A man driving a light green small model SUV approached the student. The student describes him as a white male with white hair and a beard in a green jacket. The man reportedly offered to give that student a ride several times, even after she said no. Police are investigating that incident tonight. It was anything but a lunchtime special. Several diners leaving this Plainfield Applebee's with damaged cars after a police chase ended there this afternoon. CBS 4's Trevor Shirley was there. He's got more on the story.
And eyes up.
Plainfield police are investigating after they say a suspect slammed their car into several vehicles parked outside of this Applebee's near Perry Road and US 40 earlier this afternoon.
Plainfield police say all this was caused by a teenager on the run.
Vehicle tried to turn south on Perry Road, lost control, and then crashed into 4 vehicles sitting in front of the Applebee's parking lot.
Authorities say it started when they got a call about someone using drugs in a nearby parking lot. When police showed up, they say the teen driving this truck took off, moments later crashing into these parked cars.
It is amazing he didn't crash in the building, and thankfully all of those vehicles were unoccupied at that time.
Plainfield police say the driver is 19-year-old Joseph Fox, who at first refused to get out of his car, leading to a short standoff, which you can see in this cell phone video.
We were able to then get behind him and try to get him out of the vehicle at that point.
He was taken to the hospital, but authorities still aren't sure what charges he'll face. None of the people whose cars were hit wanted to talk, but said they were thankful nobody got hurt. Reporting in Plainfield, I'm Trevor Shirley, CBS 4 News.
Authorities also say they plan on getting a search warrant for the vehicle that teen was driving. The manager at the Applebee's says they're just happy no one got hurt.
Franklin Community Schools turning to a new app to make students feel a little safer at school. The board approved an agreement to use the Stop It app. Now, that app allows staff and parents to report anything anonymously to school officials, and that includes bullying, threats of violence, or students considering self-harm. Students can make the reports containing text, photos, or even video. Administrators will also have the ability to message the reporter. School officials feel it'll empower students that if they see something, they will say something. And this is the same app that Carmel Clay Schools made available to students just last year. It replaced their anonymous alert system, which could only be used on a computer. The program also didn't provide a way for school officials to respond to those alerts.
Most taxpayers wouldn't have a problem paying to keep inmates securely in jail, but the CBS 4 problem solvers found that you're paying big money to several jail guards. We found jail guards among the highest paid public employees in all of Marion County. We asked questions and found the jail guards making double their salary, even more than their supervisors. We discovered several jail guards working hundreds, even thousands of hours of overtime.
For myself, anywhere between 4 to 6 hours of overtime a day, and maybe 1 or 2 days off. I'd come in.
On your day off?
On my day off, I would work as well.
I can't hear what you're saying.
Tonight at 11, CBS4 investigates overtime out of control, what it means for safety, why so far nothing's worked to fix it.
Take it.
Well, today the Bartholomew County Sheriff's Office honored one of its own. After 36 years with the Sheriff's Office, Sergeant Chris Wiesner is retiring. His partner as well. Wiesner worked his way through the ranks from jailer to canine handler.
Yeah, he's reading over the graphics. It's in
will be joining him in retirement. They received retirement badges during a special ceremony.
Tickets for the biggest party of the summer go on sale tomorrow. We're talking about Jubilation. This year's theme is Night in the Jungle.
Take it.
As the Indianapolis Zoo prepares for the arrival of snakes and
we'll have
sloths.
The teas. Yeah, it's going to be
Guests can enjoy food from 70 popular indie restaurants and listen to live music. Got to be 21 years or older to attend. Tickets sell out within minutes every year.
On it.
Jubilation is our largest single-day fundraiser, and it supports all of the animals, all of our education programs, and all of our conservation initiatives all around the globe.
The Black Tie event is a party with a purpose. The fundraiser helps promote animal conservation. This year's event is on June 14th. Those tickets go on sale tomorrow morning at 9. CBS4 is proud to sponsor Jubilation again this year.
Chris, play your music.
And after days of bitter cold, now we're tracking snow on Live Guardian radar. I'll show you when it moves in, how much you'll see in your neighborhood, and we'll talk about that temperature change behind the snow in the Weather Authority forecast.
New numbers give Indianapolis an unwanted title. The ways of the city's wasteful nature could be costing the economy.
And it is now 115 days until the Indy 500 today. We got a glimpse of the new look at the city's premier race. It will start sporting in May.
Fade, roll the break. 3, 2, 1, franchise up.
You're watching CBS4 News.
Indianapolis apparently is at risk of becoming the most wasteful big city in America. That's according to our news gathering partners at the Indy Star. They found only 7% of waste is recycled in our city. CBS4's Kelly Rinke shows us why a statewide group feels this is driving away jobs and money.
Jay's up.
There are a couple sites like this one around the city where you can recycle or you can pay for someone to pick it up for you. But a statewide group says we need to change that structure.
It's extra effort not everyone makes, but some feel this trash is valuable.
I've always felt uncomfortable with waste.
Julia Spangler is so passionate about reducing waste, she's made a career out of it by helping organizations plan sustainable events.
All of the things that we're throwing away, have value.
But our news gathering partners at the Indy Star found Indianapolis is struggling with that goal. They found only 7% of waste is recycled in Indy, in comparison to 80% in San Francisco, the top recycling city. The Indy Star says the national average is 35%.
It sounded accurate to me.
Allison Mitchell with the Indiana Recycling Coalition was not surprised by the numbers. She believes the lack of a universal curbside pickup in the city is one reason we're behind.
We don't really have the structure to support good rates for recycling.
And because of that, she thinks it's driving away jobs and money.
That incentivizes organizations to locate their manufacturing here.
There's a tremendous opportunity in the city of Indianapolis.
Katie Robinson with the Office of Sustainability says Mayor Joe Hogsett wants to bring a curbside program for every household by 2025, 6 years from now.
This isn't an easy process. We know from best practices that we need to have at least 2 years on the front end of solid education.
Robinson says they're seeing what other cities have accomplished to build out a plan, and some hope progress is made soon.
Kind of what I've discovered through my business is we have all of the pieces in place to really be a zero waste city.
Indiana Recycling Coalition is working with state and city leaders to hopefully change the way that we recycle. They're also bringing in national organizations who might be interested in helping. Reporting in Indianapolis, I'm Kelly Rinke. Now back to you.
Franchise up.
All right, Kelly, thank you. A lot of agencies not really catching a break because we got the Postal Service that's starting up again tomorrow. We also got trash pickup that's starting again tomorrow, and they're going to have to deal with some snow at least in the morning.
Yeah, it's going to fall overnight. It will be there for you just in time for the morning rush hour. The good news is most of the snow will fall prior to the morning rush hour, but the road crews really are going to have time to move a lot of it before you get to drive to work and school tomorrow morning. On Live Guardian radar right now, starting to see a couple of returns on radar. Some light snow falling from Lodge Lafayette to Delphi and over toward Monticello. More light snow falling from Attica on over toward Frankfort right now. It's all moving to the southeast about 30 miles per hour. So it is moving toward us here in the city. We'll be here after 7 o'clock this evening. Right now we got clouds, some little bit of fog out there. The temperature's at 11 degrees, but it feels like 0 when you factor in that southeast wind. 11 degrees felt a whole lot better than the temperatures we had yesterday when most of us stayed down below 0. We do have a winter weather advisory in effect from 7 o'clock this evening on through 10 o'clock on Friday morning for that accumulating snow that we're expecting. We'll see a 2 to 4 inch band here in central Indiana. Up to 5 inches of snow is going to be likely from up around Westfield back down toward Newcastle and Richmond. Farther down to our south between Bloomington and Columbus, we'll see a 1 to 3 inch band of snow and lighter snow up around Peru and up toward Wabash. So 1 to 3 inches is expected there overnight. In terms of low temperatures, it will be warmer for us. We'll cool down to a low temperature in the teens, and then temperatures are going to start rising for us overnight. It's not going to be nearly as cold as it was last night. CBS4 Future View shows the snow coming in after 7 o'clock this evening, spreading across the entire state. A heavy band of snow right here in the city coming up by 10 o'clock tonight. I think the heavy snow continues on through about 3 o'clock in the morning. Then after that, it'll start to taper off for us, but before that happens, we'll see 2 to 4 inches on the ground. High temperatures tomorrow, believe it or not, we're finally going to get back above freezing, so we'll start melting the snow as early as tomorrow afternoon and really continue melting it over the weekend as temperatures will be about 20 degrees above normal by Sunday, forecasting a high of 48 on Saturday afternoon, 58 for your Sunday.
Wow.
In the overnight forecast, down to 13 degrees. With temperatures rising overnight, we'll see a couple of inches of snow by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, temperatures do get above freezing. I think we'll have clouds and snow showers in the morning, a little sunshine coming up later in the day. And the 7-day forecast, the high at 48 degrees on Groundhog Day. On Sunday, the high at 58. Then a daily chance of rain along with temperatures in the 50s on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We'll watch the rain change over to snow as temperatures fall on Thursday. From a high of 47 degrees, we'll drop off into the 30s late in the day on Thursday.
A lot of changes in that forecast. All right, Chris, thank you. The 500 will have a new look this May as the Speedway announced its new 4-year partnership with Gainbridge, the digital-first financial services company, will replace Pengrade as the presenting sponsor for the 500. Today's announcement is the third by IMS in recent months, increasing its platform and growing viewership and prominence for the race.
Up on Jay.
It's not just momentum, it's growth, and we expect this to be yet another stepping stone to propel us forward with even more growth.
Success attracts success. The best one works with the best, and that's what we're seing here today with the IMS and with Gainbridge.
Speedway also announced its new partner, TV deal and multi-year IndyCar Series sponsorships.
Stand by.
There are just 115 days until the 103rd running of the Indy 500.
Wait, it's a big day.
Countdown.
That's right.
Take it.
Dave Griffiths joins us now with sports, looking at the impact of the loss of Victor Oladipo.
That's right. You knew when he went out last week that there was going to be an effect on this team. And now, after going down with that quad injury, the Pacers at the time weren't panicking. Heck, they'd won 7 of 11 games earlier this year without Vic in the lineup.
Take it.
Now, however, they may have a bit more cause for concern. Since Oladipo went down, the Blue and Gold have played 3 games. They've lost all 3. Last night, a 107-89 L to the Wizards. 89 points, by the way, the fewest the Pacers have scored in a game this entire season.
Up on Jay.
Were the lowest points scored, is what you said. And so lowest points scored. The defense, it was both. It was both tonight. I just said it. We didn't have the energy tonight. We didn't establish ourselves defensively, and offensively. We couldn't do much.
Play your music, you did.
Pacers will try to avoid 4 losses in a row tonight in Orlando. They'll
3 is next.
A road trip in Miami Saturday, Monday in New Orleans, and they're back home next week hosting the 2 LA teams Tuesday and Thursday. By the way, LeBron James back to practice with the Lakers, so he could be back in the lineup when they visit the Fieldhouse next Tuesday.
Take it.
Fortune not smiling on the Pacers, and even less so on Indiana, as the Hoosiers have dropped 7 in a row. Most recently, last night in Piscataway, visiting Rutgers. IU gave up a 22-zip Scarlet Knights run in the second half. You are not going to rebound from those too often. And you talked about the road not getting easier either. The Hoosiers next visit 6th-ranked Michigan State on Saturday afternoon.
Jay's up.
3 losses in a row for Butler. Last night after falling to Marquette, Laval Jordan, for the first time as Dogs head coach, did not bring any players along with him to his post-game interview session.
Curious time to do so as Butler falls to last place in the Big East. It's a decision he explained post-game.
Up on it.
I just, there was, I think they, it's more 10. On me than them. Our job is to get these guys going.
5.
Anything right now that I felt like needed to be answered falls squarely on me.
Now finally to some Central Indiana hoop success. 5 wins in a row for Purdue. The Boilers play for 6 tonight at Penn State. The Nittany Lions are winless. 0-9 in the Big Ten so far this year. 3 days from Super Bowl 53, the Patriots and Rams will battle to be the NFL's best Sunday evening. It's a game you can watch right here on CBS4. And tonight, our coverage from Atlanta will begin. CBS4's Chris Widlick made the trip down to North Georgia today. He is in town there for the weekend's festivities leading up to and, of course, continuing after kickoff. You can check back in with us tonight at 11 for Chris's first report in Hotlanta, or check out his Twitter account right now at Chris_Widlick to see what he's been up to there right now.
Got there, what, about an hour ago?
A little bit ago, yeah. He's been there. He's gone. He talked to Dwayne Allen, former Colt, now current Patriots tight end.
I think he's going to talk to Edge, or he's going to try anyway. We'll see.
I think we'll be able to get Edge.
Cool.
Stand by.
There you go. The weather is Sports Hoosiers indoors. Coming up, the entertainment you can enjoy without having to brave the cold.
And it's up. You can kill the mics. Hang on this for 5. Fade. Roll the break. 3, 2, 1, and it's up.
Well, you can see it on CBS4Indy.com. The cold may have Hoosiers huddling indoors, but you can stay warm and entertained this weekend. Saturday and Sunday are filled with events around Indy that include staying warm inside. The Brewers Guild of Indiana brings beer from around the country to the state fairgrounds. Their 11th annual Winterfest features a tasting glass with unlimited samples. Portion of the ticket prices benefit Joyce House. And this weekend is also the final day to try out the menus for the Devour Indy event. Foodies have a chance to taste 3-course value price meals from all over the Circle City. Remember, though, restaurants do recommend making reservations. We have a link to the restaurant list on our website. And for more indoor events this weekend, check out the Hotspot section. Just go to CBS4Indy.com and click on the Hotspots tab. Good place to go.
Yeah, want to take the weather into account when you head out this weekend.
Yes, you certainly do, because we're going to see some big changes coming our way. Starting tonight, light snow falling up in the northwest corner of our viewing area. Some light snow falling right now from Monticello down toward Lafayette. It is moving to the southeast at 30 miles per hour, so we'll have snow developing here in the city after 7 o'clock this evening. We'll see a 2 to 4 inch accumulation over most of central Indiana, but up to a 5-inch band is likely from Westfield on down toward Richmond. We'll see a 1 to 3 inch band farther down toward south. The best news of all with the snow, most of it falls overnight, but it will be on the ground just in time for the morning drive.
Thanks, Chris. That's it for CBS4 News at 6. The CBS Evening News with Jeff Glor is next.
And we're back at 11 until then. Have a great night.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye. Thanks, y'all.